Hello, goodbye, and hello again. Welcome back to Spooky Ducktober here on Drifter Carbon. Today we're doing another Minecraft texture pack review, and we're reviewing GoE-Craft by GoE-Craft. This one's description says, create a world of fright all through the night with GoE-Craft texture pack. Bring utterly terrifying textures to all of your blocks, items, weapons, armor, and mobs. Build haunted mansions, frightening forests, creepy city castles, and more. 64 by 64 HD textures, scary designs, I would hope so. 10 HD skins, petrifyingly perfect for scare play with your friends. I guess that's like role playing, but scared. You're scared. Only resource pack included. It does say all new 1.21.70 textures inside. So as of the time of recording this, which is several months before October, yeah, the latest update was for 1.21.70 in this pack. It's 830 Minecraft coins, and it was like 46 megabytes. Let's go ahead and scroll down and look at the avatars real quick. Does come with a few appropriately spooky avatars here. Got your skeleton and your Grim Reaper guy, or your Wraith guy, like reminiscent of the Ring Wraiths from Lord of the Rings, or maybe just a ghost. You got some like zombies and vampires and Ender scares. I guess that's supposed to be like Endermen but scarier. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so this was in the Marketplace Pass at the time that I did this video, but it's going to have left the pass by the time that this comes out. But it's you know, it's about $5, so that's not a huge price for a themed seasonal texture pack. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on into the texture review world. All right. Here we are in the Minecraft texture pack review world, and let's set off a firework real quick. That's what the firework looks like. Here's a snowball. Throw a snowball over there. That's what that looks like. That's the wind charge. And all right, let's look at things that grow. Starting off with some trees. They've got some. They've done some interesting little things with the baby trees here. Like some of them have something living in them, and cobwebs and stuff. So that's fun that they actually did something spooky with even the baby trees. Here's mushrooms. Some creepy looking mushrooms there. The pumpkin and carved pumpkin, very important for a Halloween texture pack. The pitcher plant has teeth. Oh boy. This was updated very recently, apparently, because yeah, I guess this has like everything now, this is probably the first pack I've looked at that has like all the more recent stuff. There's like a little ghosty face on the sunflowers too. Here is, hold on, getting over here towards the but yeah, the trees look good. Here's Pale Garden stuff. That's cool. The moss carpet, the moss that climbs up the walls from the moss carpet even has cobwebs and stuff on it. Pale Garden stuff looks good. Here's mushrooms, giant mushrooms. We have all the different log types, logs and planks. One pattern for most of the planks, but you know, it's good. It's a Nice looking board pattern. Looks like a creaky old floorboards. Dirt, sand, gravel, and moss. Yep, the sandstone. Can you tell the difference between the suspicious sand and suspicious gravel and their regular kinds? Actually, well, not really. I'm sure there's differences, but I'm not really seeing any difference between these textures. That's strange. Okay, well, you know, there you go. So archaeology is harder in this texture pack. There's your sandstone. Got bats and some spooky glyphs, glyphs, stone and stuff. Some good stone textures here. Polished stone. Cobblestones. Here's bricks. Oh, that's interesting. There's like handprints on some of the bricks. You got a skull carved in those. Stone bricks, blocks, etc. There you go. It's I think that they've done a good job with these. Yeah, there's a variety of textures here. Oh, the glass looks good. There's lots of different spooky windows and stuff. And the clear glass is nice and easy to see through. Which is good because some of these are a little more they obscure your vision a bit more, but not too shabby, not too shabby. Here's wool. Concrete powder. Concrete. Those are all pretty basic, but they have a texture to them. Terracotta is nice and cracked. The glazed terracotta is fun in this pack. This is some of the better glazed terracotta that we've seen in like spooky packs, certainly. The ore, nice and easy to see the ores. Very good, very readable. You can tell what everything is pretty easily. Like, it looks like the iron just has like an iron ingot jutting out of the wall there. That's kind of funny. Nether ore has like a spooky face. Here's the deep slate ore. Amethyst. We have a random lonely magma block, and it is animated. Sponges, you can tell the difference between the wet and the dry. I still point that out because there are packs where where it's very difficult to tell the difference. Light sources, they've got faces on them as well. They're like haunted torches. Here's your other light sources. You got your campfires, miscellaneous light sources. Those are fun. Some nice spooky textures there on the light sources. Signs, nice and easily readable, even from a distance. Very cool. I like the signs and the hanging signs. Monster spawner is a cage. Fences and gates. Pretty much what you'd expect. Dried kelp block. Here's diamond, lapis, gold, emerald, and redstone blocks. There you go. They've put some effort into all of these designs so far, these blocks. They have kind of reused the overall like 3D-ified part of this, but there is actually different textures within them. You know, different patterns inside of the diamond. Here's raw copper, gold, and iron blocks. Appear to be the same texture, just different color. Lodestone has a bat on it. Prismarine. The slime block. Honey. Hay bale. The bone block is extra bony today. Quartz. There you go. It's got like a crossbones on top. Copper, all nice and decorated, but that's kind of a different approach to doing the grates there. That is the copper grating from the trial chambers. Here's what the sun looks like in the sky. Nice skybox. I like that. Here's the ladder. Let's look at some doors. Okay. Nice. Very cool. We do have some repeating patterns here, some repeating textures, just different colors for some of the doors. But there are enough textures here that I'm not complaining too much, and they've got little windows and stuff. Like that one's like a face-shaped, frowny face-shaped window, but those are pretty good doors. Here's the trap doors. Cool, cool. Bookcases, etc. There's only one bookcase, only one of the normal bookcases. There's no variations. The enchanting table. Look at beds. There is one pattern for the beds. They're pretty basic. They just have a like werewolf claw marks on them. Crafting tables and villager job tables. You can definitely tell what they are. Good. It's good when the crafting tables and villager job tables are easily identified. There's your extra scary looking block cutter there. Got a crafter back there. Here's furnaces. Doing the frowny face again. I'm not sure I'd want to cook something in this smelter. The anvils and grindstones. You can definitely tell how damaged your anvil is. Cauldrons. That's lava. That's a potion. Here's chests. You can't tell which one's trapped, which I prefer. Barrel. Jukebox and note block. There you go. That's the same. The empty armor stand is extra detailed today. Lots of texture work going on there. The beacon, the bell. Sounds are all the same in this pack, apparently. The iron bars. Back out here so we can see all of the paintings. Got kind of a good variety of different spooky paintings here. Some of which just look like digital art, and some of them look like more like they're in picture frames, and you got some more you know, like just things smeared on walls and whatnot, and danger signs, and some of these are reminiscent of actual Minecraft paintings or original Minecraft paintings, but a lot of them are just original or new, I mean. Those are all pretty good, as long as these weren't made with AI, but it doesn't look like... I'm not seeing anything that immediately says AI to me about these. I think they just hired an artist or something, or paid an artist to use their artwork. Here's the rails. There you go. You can tell the difference between the different special rails. Here's mine carts. They have eyeballs on them and like old school wheels. The TNT. There's a sheep in a mine cart. Redstone stuff. Okie dokie, yeah. The piston, the sticky piston, has kind of like ectoplasm on it. Let's look at the pottery. There you go, yeah. This works. I might have preferred a little more contrast in my designs on the pots, but that's okay. The scaffolding. Banners. Boats. Get in here to see the boats. They have skull and crossbones or poison warning patterns in them, except for the bamboo one. Here's tough. The trial spawner and vault have a skull on them. Does it animate? It does. Okay. So the jaw appears and a red light turns on and the eyes glow and stuff when you get close enough to it. The resin. Yep. Always nice to see some custom resin. Here's the target block. And the mob heads. And the dragon egg. Okay, let's jump on back. Well, I think overall they've kind of knocked it out of the park with the blocks. Like, I think that they did a better job with the blocks than any of the previous GoE-Craft packs that I'd looked at. Because a lot of the time, like sometimes the quality of GoE is kind of all over the place. Some of them have been really underwhelming, but I feel like this one they did a good job with all of the blocks. Let's look at the armors and weapons, armors and swords. We do have a couple of different sword designs here and patterns, skull designs on the armor. Cool. Nothing too fancy or impressive here with the armor. They didn't do anything extra special with it. It's just kind of that's fine. Like it's just one texture. There's the elytra and the shield. Has a bony head on it, a skull, and some spine. There's the turtle helmet and the trident, the bow, and the mace. Let's look at armor trims. As always, these are... Oh, we have some giant... Yeah, we have some giant items issue going on again. That's a Minecraft issue, not a texture pack issue. Anyway, these are armor trims. These are... let's go ahead and give this to this guy so that's not distracting. But yes, these are amethyst armor trims on iron armor, as always. Let me just type in axolotl. There we go. Get my axolotl in a bucket back. No bucket buddies in this one, but I wouldn't expect there to be. No 3D models on the buckets. So amethyst armor on iron armor, and amethyst trims on iron armor, rather. And they are custom. They did actually design some spooky trims. Pretty basic, I would say, but at least they put in the effort. You know, these look pretty good. There you go. So quite a few different styles there. Very nice. A lot of packs don't bother doing anything special with the armor trims, so all the more power to them. Oh, we got a extra spooky end rod there. Let's look at weapons and tools. Yep. Looks like there's like some slight differences in the damage and the you know, details on the tools. There you go. I think those are sufficient. Yep. Here's various other things. There's the respawn compass and the regular compass. Those look good. The elytra again. There's the horns and the horse armors and the potions. They do actually have different designs for different kinds of potion. Here's seeds and foods, and they're all creepy and gross. Like everything's been left out to mold and rot. Very unappetizing, but I suppose that's what you'd want from a horror pack, right? A Halloween pack. There's the music discs. They've got cobwebs on them too. Things in buckets. Very angry axolotl in a bucket there. Minerals. Kind of reuse the ingot pattern, but that's okay. Various other treasures and items here. And some of the newer stuff. Okay. Let's head back over this way and look at mobs. But first, that's what a bench or a couch would look like. That's what a water cooler would look like. Here's the end portal. I'm sorry, the nether portal. Not the end portal, obviously. Let's look at mobs. Here's the chicken. That's what the chicken looks like. Oh, and it looks like we have custom warm and cool variants as well. That's awesome. There you go. I still don't have the there's the bee. Hold on, let's get a look at the bee's face. It's angry. Angry bee. The cow has kind of a skull pattern on its back, as well as the pig. We will see the cold variants of these mobs later. As of the time I make this video, they still haven't fixed the command to add in the warm and cold variants on Bedrock. These sheep look like they've been attacked, and the pigs are like Franken pigs. They're all stitched up. Here's the wolf and wolf armor. He almost looks like he has a bone in his mouth. Polar bear. Seen a lot of like battle-worn mobs. The ocelot. Oh, what happened to you, ocelot? And the cats. that cat just has a skull on the side of it. They all do. A lot of them do. Some of them do. Some of them look pretty normal. Oh, that guy's got a skull for a face. So if you don't want to see animals that look like they've been harmed, then I guess this pack is not for you. Here's the bat. And the parrots. Some of these parrots have really seen better days, huh? They are looking pretty rough. Not in a, like, I mean, you know, not that that's a bad thing. Like, it's what they're going for. Here's the zombie rabbits. There you go. And the llamas with scars and frowny faces. Actually got, is there different patterning on I guess, well, it looks like this one looks different. It has like a different colored staple on it, but I guess that's the same kind of pattern. Here's the horses. And the horses in horse armor. There you go. The donkey and the mule. Everything's just kind of stitched back together. Taxidermied, I guess. Skeleton horse. Zombie horse. I don't know. I think I prefer Halloween texture packs that turn things into creepy monsters instead of just being like zombified or you know, stitched together versions of the regular animals. Here's the tropical fish. They're kind of fun. We have the cod here. Looking very pale. Puffer fish. We're going to jump on in so they can puff up. Look over this way, puffer fish. There you go. That's what the puffer fish look like. The salmon. Yes, I pronounced it that way on purpose. Not doing a whole lot drastically different with the fish. Here's the dolphin. It also has staples on it. The sea turtle. Well, so far I think that the blocks were more fun than the mobs. Here's the panda with just a big spider pattern on it. The fox. Go over this way, fox. There you go. He almost looks burnt. The creeper. Oh, it's got a skeletal face. Go out here, find an Enderman. Something died out here at some point. There's experience on the ground. That's what the Endermen look like. Okay, they do look like that avatar. So that avatar that comes with this pack was just the Enderman design. Is fine. The silverfish looks like it's either bloody or on fire. I guess that's supposed to be like it's blood. The skeleton. And the wither skeleton. Stray. Here's the slime. Doesn't look like it has... Maybe it does have eyeballs in there. Yeah, it does. It does. But there's kind of a face pattern on every side of it. Here's the spider and cave spider. Really need to like redo some of these enclosures and just replace wood with glass. Here's the zombie. There you go. So like there are some mobs that they didn't just stitch together. They bogged. And the husk. Husk just looks like a different zombie in this pack. It doesn't look like a mummy or something. He drowned. Do you have a brain on the top of your head there, drowned? I think so. Here's the squid and glow squid. They look very similar to each other, just different color. But lots of eyeballs and a big scary mouth on the bottom. Here's the witch. The guardian and elder guardian. Try to get around here where you can actually see them. Multiple eyes on the elder guardian there. Endermite. Oh, also it looks like the this pack does have custom mob eggs. So that's fun. Let's actually look at the all of the mob eggs real quick. So there you go. They actually bothered to do different icons for all the different mob eggs, which is fun. That's the first time that we've seen somebody do that since they started doing the new designs for the mob eggs. But this was the Endermite. And the magma cube is the most normal looking block in this pack. I guess it looks a little strange, actually. That kind of, I guess, is reptilian or something. So they did do something different with it. The Strider. Goofy looking Strider there. Zoglin, the zombified Hoglin. Gotta get around here and look at the rest of your textures. There you go. The zombie piglin and zombie piglin brute. Appropriately zombified. The goat. Goat looks a little creepy. Let's get in here with the axolotls. Do they just have teeth? I think they have teeth. Hold on, let me get a better look at one of their faces. If they'll stop in time for me to see them. Yeah, they have like fangs. There you go. The allay are angry. There's the frog. There you go. That's what the frog looks like. The wandering trader and their llamas. Looks kind of witch doctor-y, I guess. It's got like a skull belt. Okay, cool. The The camels have fangs and red eyes. Or pointy teeth, I should say. There's the blaze. And the ghast. Hold on, we'll get a better look at the ghast's face later, but it is kind of pumpkin-y. There's the shulker. Vindicator and evoker. We got a Cyclops evoker there, and kind of a witch-like or goth-like vindicator. Here's the villagers. It looks like they're vampires. I was wondering whether what the villagers were gonna look like, and they're apparently very Dracula-esque. There's a farmer Dracula. You don't see very many farmer Draculas, do you? Zombie villagers. The phantom is red instead of its usual purple. Get a look at the pillagers. Just got a big scowl on their face. The Ravager has extra eyeballs. That's fun. Kind of a creepy thing to do to it, but otherwise not too nothing too crazy going on. There's no like custom 3D models on these mobs, but they're looking interesting, most of them. Here's the Iron Golem and damaged Iron Golem. And you can tell how damaged he is. There you go. Here's the Snow Golem and Snow Golem with its pumpkin carved off. Got a frowny face. There's the Sniffer. And the Armadillo. Looks like a zombie armadillo. Kind of funny. Here's a very gory looking warden. What have you been up to, warden? The breeze. Hold on, get him actually looking over this way. There you go, that's what the breeze looks like. Here we have the wither. There you go, he's kind of just got nonplussed faces. And last but not least, the creaking. Okay, I think the mobs are kind of a mixed bag. Like these are there's some that I was not terribly blown away by. Some of the normal animal looking mobs, they kind of just like put Frankenstein stitches and staples and stuff on. I was not as huge of a fan of that. Some of those artistic choices, but some of the more monstrous mobs they did fun things with, so not too shabby. All right, let's jump back and go to the Nether. All right, this is the Nether. We already looked at the portal. It's just kind of blood red and swirly. Here's the Hoglins. There you go, the non-zombified Hoglins. They've just kind of gone for that stitched up look. Here's the respawn anchor and the... Oh, that's kind of a fun... well, it's kind of basic, but it doesn't look too shabby. The lit respawn anchor. The regular piglins look very menacing. They do have different piglin outfits in this pack, which is nice. You know, more than one piglin here. They seem to have the same face, but this one normally has like one eye or whatever in the default texture pack. But at least they got different textures on their clothes. But here, find a gas to look at without the cage in the way. That's what they look like. Fly over this way real quick. Look at another biome. There you go. That's what these trees look like in this texture pack. Some of the other various things you'd find in this biome. All right, let's go check out the Stronghold Below template world. All right, since this is a spooky pack, I decided I would go ahead and turn always day off so that we could see the nighttime skybox here. It's got like 2 moons and a nice some cloudy, spooky clouds and stars and stuff. So that's fun. Monsters will start spawning, but we're in creative, so it doesn't really matter. This is a template world. If you'd like to create one very similar to this with a stronghold, right about here, when you're creating a new world, next to where you would input a custom seed, there's a button for templates. This one is called Stronghold Below. Starts you out in or near this snow village, which has a stronghold right about there. We're going to fly around a little bit, look at some villager houses. Villager job houses. What am I talking about? It does look like I guess maybe that, yeah, he's also a vampire. Okay. I thought maybe there was more than one kind of villager, but well, I guess these guys at least have different clothes than the other villagers we saw. That's kind of fun. Yeah, there's a lot of skeletons and stuff. What's going on here? Is stuff melting? What? I mean, global warming? What's happening here? Anyway, oh, we've got some butterfly. I mean, not butterfly, but firefly bushes here. But they should be generating fireflies, but they're not. Maybe it's not late enough in the night yet. I don't know. Fly over here, look at a cobweb. That's what the cobwebs look like. That's fine. That's, you know, an acceptable cobweb. Not the best cobweb we've ever seen, but not the worst either. There's the, you know, the ruined portal. Fly back over here and jump down into the stronghold. I wish there was an always night toggle for if you're wanting to make it always dangerous or whatever. Here's what the cold pig looks like. Looks like they just like he's had some head damage and looks a little soggy. Here's the cold cow in this texture pack. There you go. Jump on down here into the stronghold. Lots of bats everywhere. Go ahead and run. Might as well. Oh, eating the pumpkin pie looks normal. Potion of strength. There's your swirlies, pretty standard stuff. Normal goat horn. Reloading the crossbow. That's what a sword looks like in your hand. A potion of enchanting, because that's got a different swirl. And last but not least, let's activate the end portal. There you go. Kind of a different looking end portal. Wonder what the end will look like. Well, white static end void. Already got a good look at these guys, but there they are again. Almost kind of looks like their eyes glow a little bit, but that's just the texture, I guess. Fly up here, look at an end crystal. I guess it's got like runes or just looks like cracks or something or whatever. And last but not least, the Ender Dragon. Come on, Ender Dragon, come down here where we can see you. Step on up. There you go. Not a terribly exciting Ender Dragon. It's just kind of light gray. Little sickly looking, I guess. Anyway, so what do I think of this pack overall? I think that this pack did a you know, good job with the blocks and the items and stuff. You know, I think that that's really where this pack excels, and the armor was just kind of okay, and the mobs were just kind of okay. Some of the mobs it like they didn't do anything terribly exciting with a lot of the mobs. Like they just had some stitches and staples and stuff on a lot of them. They just kind of went for the same aesthetic for 90% of the mobs, but they did have some that were different, like the creeper and whatnot. So, you know, they did some fun things. I'm gonna give this pack a 4 out of 5 because I do think this is better than average for GOE, and they put some effort in, and there's kind of consistent theming and so forth with the blocks and whatnot. So, you know, you could definitely do worse. I think we've certainly seen some better horror packs over the years, but this one's not too shabby for $5. You could certainly do worse. All right, well, thanks for joining me, and hope you're enjoying Spooky Ducktober so far. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, then please leave it a like. And why not share with a friend if you know somebody who would get a kick out of this. So thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.